Hello, welcome to a video on segment and angle bisectors. So first we have a bunch of definitions that I want you to write down. I'll just go over them briefly. I know you can read, but still, I want to verbalize them. So, midpoint is the exact middle of a segment. The word bisect means to cut in half. A segment bisector is a segment, ray, or line that bisects a segment. And an angle bisector is a segment, ray, or line that bisects an angle. So we're going to talk about segment bisectors. So on the left I have just an example here of a segment bisector. And just so you know, none of my pictures are ever to scale. I'm not very good at drawing. You'll notice that as the course goes on. So this is a segment bisector. B is going to bisect segment AC. Bisect, so it means it cuts it in half, which means that these two segments are congruent. So we can say that AB is congruent to AC. Sorry, not AC, BC. If they're congruent, you also learn that they were equal. So this also means that AB is equal to BC. So that means if AB is 3, BC is also 3. So we're going to use that to solve some equations. So over here on the right we have segment AB, and then we have a ray coming out of it. Let's add another letter here. Let's call that ray BD. So ray BD bisects segment AC. Because it bisects, that means that they are congruent. Well, if they're congruent, then they are equal. So we know that AB is congruent to BC again, which means that AB is equal to BC. So in place of AB and BC, we can write in values. So we see that AB is 8. We see that BC is 2x plus 2. And from here, we are going to solve for x. So a simple two-step equation. Subtract 2, divide by 2, and we get that x equals 3. So here I have two examples of segment bisectors. I want you to solve for the variable. So go ahead, pause the video, and solve for the variable in each of these. Alright, and here are the solutions to those examples. So go ahead, check your answer with mine, make sure you got it right. Okay, so now we're going to talk about angle bisectors. Angle bisectors are very similar to our segment bisectors, except we're bisecting an angle. So on the left we have angle ABC bisected by ray BD. So ray BD is bisecting angle ABC. Well, that means that these are congruent. So we can say that angle ABD is congruent to angle CBD. And if they're congruent, then we can say that their measures are equal. So if ABD is 20, then CBD is also 20. So we have an example here on the right telling you that this angle is bisected. That's indicated by the fact that we have our congruent symbol here, and the whole thing is 100 degrees. So I want to solve for x. So I know that the whole thing's 100 degrees and it's bisected, so that means it's cut in half. So half of 100 is 50. So now that I know that's 50, I can set these equal to each other. So 5x plus 10 equals 50. And then we solve for x. Subtract 10, divide by 5. And we get x equals 8. So here are 2 examples that I want you to try on your own, so go ahead, pause the video, and try them now. So here are the solutions to those examples. I want you to go ahead, pause the video again, check your answer with mine. After that, this video is done.